What's up, y'all? This is Sim, survival information and motivation. I'm gonna try not to talk too fast and stay on topic. Yesterday's breaking news was 6 people was killed with a shootout with 2 suspects. It started in New Jersey. A police officer stopped 2 individuals. I believe they was walking or standing, and they opened fire on that officer. I believe they killed him. I think 3 officers total was killed and a couple of innocent bystanders. But after they killed that officer, they jumped in a U-Haul van and drove to a convenience store, ran in there, and barricaded themselves in there and held it down from there. Eyewitnesses, as well as reporters, says it sounded like a war zone over there. Said for hours, gunshots was going off. So it's like, wow. We should know that as a world, not as just a country, the world, we're at war. Everyone's at war at some point. And right now, I think is a real turning point where everything is really getting crazier and more violent. So back to Jersey. They never said AR-15s, high capacity mags. They didn't say any of that stuff. Interesting. They're looking to see if it's terrorism. Now in that U-Haul truck that they had to call in the bomb squad because they found something in the back. They didn't say quite what it was. They said it wasn't a bomb. So and if you remember last week when that Saudi airman at the Navy base that killed 3 people, or 4, sorry, excuse me, rest in peace. They killed those people. Saudi Arabia, they wasn't quick to say terrorism. But Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't 19 of the hijackers for 9/11, one of the biggest attacks on America, if not the biggest one. 19 of the hijackers was from Saudi Arabia. Victims of the families that was killed in 9/11 tried to sue the country of Saudi Arabia, and they shot it down. Saudi Arabia has a real interesting history past, and even over in their country right now, women, they just got the right to drive. And Sophia, the artificial intelligence robot, she's actually a citizen of Saudi Arabia. Not quite sure how that works, but anyway, let's not forget that terrorism will always be out there. We occupy, as well as have bases in many countries, and a lot of these countries, a lot of these people hate us. And guess what? A lot of them is over here too. So I think we kind of swept the whole terrorism thing under the rug because we haven't heard anything really about it like before. But our military bases constantly get attacked overseas. It might be just a light attack, nothing serious. We're not going to hear about all of it. But we are at war, no matter how you look at it. Our rights are at war. Freedom of speech. Pay attention. They're trying to take it away. And of course, the Second Amendment. And I'm happy to say that right here in Virginia, that they decided that they're not going when they go to the General Assembly next month to vote on banning assault weapons and high capacity magazines. There was no grandfather clause saying that if you had it, you could keep it, which basically meant they were going to have to confiscate it. But the outpour, so happy to see the outpour of people saying, nope, it's not going down. And they turned and said, well, we'll work out some type of grandfather clause. Because right here is like ground zero for the gun rights, where the Virginians are not having it. They're not having it. It makes no sense when you talk about assault weapons and high capacity magazines when those only account for 1% of all homicide deaths. And out of 40,000 people that get killed, half of those are suicides. And a large number of vets too, because they said about 22 vets kill themselves a day. So let's reevaluate that. Anyway, Christmas coming around the corner. Don't just buy toys and toys for yourself. Depending on what you consider a toy. It might be a new AR. It might be a new handgun. Whatever it is, get your self-defense items now, because as you can see, things are changing for the worst. And generally that's around the world right now. Get yourself a firearms license, get your training, get your carry conceal permit, whatever is needed, get it. Whatever you can legally own, get something and learn how to use it. Knife, baton, flat, stun gun, whatever it is. And I constantly say that, as well as food. You can see that we constantly have recalls on food. How many times this year has lettuce, salad been recalled? So get it now while you can. Thanks for tuning in. Freedom Forever, Create and Conquer. We out.